Hey guys, it's George. I'm back with a brand new episode of D-Ron Comics, and today I'm going to bring you a look at the books that I picked up today for a new comic book day, and I'm going to bury the hatchet with old Bear Island Comics. So stay tuned after the intro and let's see what I got. All right, guys, I'm back. So just going to jump right into the books that we picked up this week, and we'll cover that last little business towards the end. Don't miss it. You're going to like it. All right, so here is lots of glare. This is the first book that I was going to talk about this week, and it's cover B for Detective Comics 1006. And once again, I haven't read this one. So when Detective Comics 1000 came out, I was kind of going through a few things, and I didn't read it. And I was reading it up until that point, but, like I said, I got busy, I got sidetracked, and I've been collecting it ever since. I just haven't had the time to read it, and I'm going to get caught up here one of these days, but this one I did not read. But luckily for you guys, the rest of the books that I picked up this week, I read them. All right, so the first book that I did read this week, Action Comics 1012, I believe. Yep, 1012. I really like that cover, guys. I don't know. The Action Comics covers have been, the cover Bs have just been amazing. They're like some of the best covers out right now. So if you like buying these books for the cover buys, you're in for a good time. If you've been buying these books for the story, you're in for a big letdown. Action Comics has just been trash ever since they started the Leviathan storyline. I've hated it, and I'm actually giving up. I've removed it from my pull list. This is the last book I'm getting from Action Comics until Bendis gets booted off the book, or until I read, a bunch of like glowing reviews and how awesome it is and whatnot. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. So bye-bye, Bendis. You're done, son. All right, so the next book that I picked up is Flash number 73. This is, I believe it's part 4. Yeah, it's part 4 in the Flash Year 1 story. And unlike a lot of people, I actually didn't care for the story a whole lot in the first 2 issues, but since issue 3 and 4 came out, it's really grown on me, and it's one of my favorite reads right now. Somehow, they got me to care about the villain, the Turtle. The Turtle. The fucking Turtle, dude. What? The Turtle. He's cool to read about right now. Who would have thunk it? I wouldn't have. Maybe you did. Good for you. All right, the next book that I picked up is Wolverine Exit Wounds. Amazing cover on this one. Gotta like the cover. I don't know why I hold the cover up so much. I guess I gotta prove that I bought the book, right? But, here you're seeing it over here. There are 3 different stories inside the book, all written by different writers. And they're all a lot of fun. In fact, they progressively got better as the book went along. But unlike the story, the art kind of went downhill as the book went along. Don't get me wrong, none of the art was bad, and it never distracted from the story, and it was one of my favorite reads this week. So, in fact, to celebrate this awesome read that I just read, yeah, that's a sentence. I'm giving one of you lucky viewers out there the digital code to read that book on your own. So, there it is, type that code in, and if it doesn't work, it means someone else beat you to the punch. It doesn't mean that I was lying about the digital code. I would never lie about digital code. How dare you? All right, and then the last book I picked up, it's probably the book that every person picked up that went to the comic book shop today, like universally, as long as you like Batman, obviously, but Batman Damned. This is the book that ends the story. And I flip-flop on how I run these videos a lot. Sometimes I like to talk spoilers. Sometimes I just like to give a review on them. This time I'm not going to do a spoiler. If enough people want to know my spoiler thought details on this book, I will do another separate video on that, and it'll just be all about that book. But this, I'm just going to tell you, I really enjoyed this book. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I really like this book a lot. You guys should definitely check it out. Really, the only complaint I had about this book was the fact that it was released so long after the last one came out. There's a lot of delay in between each book, and that kind of takes you out of the story a little bit, and it forces you to have to go back and reread the last issue so you kind of feel where you left off. And maybe some people don't mind that, but me, I'm kind of busy, and I don't need to be rereading books that I just read a couple months ago. I'll read it again later, down the road sometime, but I don't need to reread it right now, do I? But I do when it comes to Batman Damned. Damn. All right, so that brings me to burying the hatchet rivalry, whatever thing with Bear Island. And the reason why I'm talking about this is not because me and Bear have any beef. We don't. He and I both know that everything we say about one another is in fun and we're just having a good time. In fact, he's got a really killer YouTube contest going on right now. You need to check it out. It's this Royal Guard contest. And this is kind of where this little beef rivalry thing started. I threw a little bit of shade in that video directed at him because he had a Batgirl 9.6 CGC. I have a 9.8, as you can see behind me, but it was all in good fun. Anyways, he lucks out and buys like a bazillion that Spider-Man booth boxes and wins the grand frickin' prize. And that grand prize was the very first appearance of Batgirl. He asked me to watch the premiere with him. It was amazing. Like, in my heart, I'm watching this video and I was just happy for the dude. You know, there was no jealousy. I was just happy for this guy. Then, you know, the video is about to end and it looks like it's over. And then he literally, in the video, addresses me and then like rubs it in my face that he got this Batgirl comic book and congratulates me on the Batgirl comic book that I have and kind of points out the fact that there could not possibly be a better Batgirl comic book than this one, but it was a lot of sarcasm. The sarcasm was thick with that one. But it was all good though, guys. The video ended. I smiled. I laughed. I even told him, like, congratulations, dude. You got me. That's amazing. A couple of my boys, though, they're like, damn, Bear Island just savaged D-Runk. What's up with that? And I've always defended it, though. It's all good. It's totally cool. So, a couple things real quick. You have to check out Bear Island's Royal Guard contest if you haven't. So I don't think I'm reaching a new audience with this one. But if you are new to Bear Island Comics and you haven't seen that Royal Guard contest entry video, you got to check it out. Link is in the description below. Also, I'm going to link to his Instagram. The dude also has a killer Instagram. It's amazing. It's hard to be witty with pictures, but the dude is cool. You know, he's got a good Instagram. You definitely check it out. But anyways, I was talking about burying the hatchet, you know, squashing the rivalry. We don't need another East Coast, West Coast thing going on here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do. I don't know. It happened back in the 90s. You know, look it up. Wikipedia. Anyways, to bury this rivalry, to bury the hatchet, whatever, once and for all, I'm going to retire Batgirl up here. I'm going to pull her down off the shelf once and for all. She's coming down. So, try not to comic head my slab here. There we go. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you today. Bear Island, cheers. I'm out.